content over everything.
What's your stance? What's your background? What's your background?
I'd rather just talk about
Yeah,
where I'm
we'll
coming
talk
from.
about It's really relevant. Like, my name's Ali. I'm Turkish. You know, I come
Are
to
you
the
the country where I'm from?
No. Like, just think a bit about it. Like, what made you interested to come and ask me that question?
Nah, come on,
Like,
man. You know, like exclusives, man.
You know, like, what made you interested to come and ask me that question?
Because I've been
I'm here
seeing
to support.
not only you, every video on Hyde Park.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
Okay.
I saw many of your reasons for the existence of God, and I don't think they're
not strong enough.
good. Yeah, that's
Okay.
why I want to discuss
so,
that.
why would you say? Was you a believer at once? Like, did you always believe in God, or was it like from day one, or did you come to not believe in God? What was your stance?
No, I was raised with the religion, but not personally. I didn't go into religion.
What made you one day like realize, okay, this doesn't make sense to me, or there is not sufficient evidence? So I just understand where you're coming from. So then, because I don't want to address a topic where it's baseless. You get it? I want to understand where you're coming from, so then I can maybe address it.
Can you speak about 0 equals 1? How can nothing come?
Yeah, we can.
Something comes from nothing.
Just so I can understand, just personally, what made you stop believing? That's all I want, so I can understand.
When you stop believing?
Yeah, what made you like?
I still believe it's irrelevant, but I don't know. I can't give you a specific reason. It just happened. I don't remember.
Would you say it was an emotional reason, or do you think it was more of a logical reason? Like, was
No,
it
yeah, logical.
So it was emotional, where maybe I'm just saying, like, generally, because sometimes certain atheists, they might be or agnostics, because certain things, bad things happen in their life.
No, it's not that.
Oh, okay, it's none of that. It's not emotional. So it's just more of logical.
Actually, the opposite. If I was emotional, I'll believe in God more because.
Not really, because some atheists, they reject God because they say, okay, if God exists, why do people die? Why evil
but
stuff
I'm the
happen?
opposite.
You're the opposite.
I see positive things. So it's not emotional.
So can I just so I understand, yeah? Logically, at which point did you realize, okay, there can't be a God because of this reason? Because I really need to, because you know what, I'm just diagnosing, I'm just trying to understand the problem. Because if I talk about an issue which has got nothing to do with it, and you're asking me for the sake of it, then it's going to be it won't be fruitful.
I understand, but I want to speak about your reasons. So what the reason I stop believing have to do with your reason for the existence of God? If you can explain to me.
No, it does, because if you tell me why you stopped believing, then I can address it from that point of view, because I can come across, if I talk about an issue, and then you're going to say, well, that wasn't really the reason why I stopped believing, so then I'm going to be talking for no reason.
But whether an argument is strong or weak, it's irrelevant why I left.
No.
I'm talking about the argument.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying if it's going to be strong or weak, I'm saying it won't relate to you.
Yeah.
So are you telling me there was no specific reason, just one day you stopped believing?
I really don't remember. It's just, there was a logical reason maybe 3-4 years ago, but I don't remember the exact reason.
But if it's something so important to you, look, the reason I'm stressing on this matter is because if it's something
If I
more
knew,
important to
I
you,
would have said.
No, that's what I'm saying. So if you don't know why you stopped believing in God, may I ask, what's the point of you, like, you're asking? Because if you don't, because it's really important. If, for example, I chose Islam, I need to know why I chose Islam. If I say I don't know, I chose Islam, you're going to say, hold on a second, what was the sole purpose? Yeah. So
okay, my answer is, over time I saw more and more arguments. I went into pure and applied science. I took philosophy classes, and as I started thinking critically, the more I went away from
you studied philosophy?
No, I studied science and philosophy.
Oh, okay. All right. So what I would say is, for example, what we believe is that everything, my argument, I'll have a few premises, yeah? One of them is everything that begins to exist must have a cause. Yeah? So if something...
That's the first argument.
That's one of my first arguments, yeah? And that's also including the fact that from nothing comes. Yeah?
That's the second argument.
That's the second argument, yeah? The third argument is, for example, information, intelligence, yeah? Surrounding our universe.
You mean fine-tuning?
No, I wouldn't say not fine-tuning. For
What
example,
is it?
if there's information in something, it requires intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we agree? Like, this is what I would agree.
Okay, I've never heard of it.
And another one is just using our logic and our faculties that we have to come to conclusions, simple conclusions. So what we do is, when we look at, for example, a pond, we know that that pond didn't come there. We know that there must be a simple explanation of the possibilities that it could have. So, for example, one of those could be somebody decided to dig it up and put water there and it turned into a pond, yeah? Or most likely there was, all of a sudden it rained and there was water there and somebody, do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So along those lines, so what I would say is firstly is that can we agree that everything that begins to exist has to have a cause?
Sorry?
Everything that begins to exist has to have a cause.
Not necessarily.
Okay, why?
Because your definition of beginning to exist is this. At one time, it did not exist. And then at another time it did exist.
Yeah.
This is our concept, what we know of beginning to exist. But the universe,
Yeah.
there was no time it did exist, and then there was a time it did exist. So it's a different concept of beginning.
Okay.
You can't conflate the two. You're conflating our knowledge of beginning to exist with the universe, but it's a different type. So like, this is a deductive argument. Tell me what's wrong with it. You're Greek. That's Greek. Therefore, you're is that. You are that. What's wrong with that?
What story say that again?
You're Greek.
I'm Greek.
This is Greek. You. It's the same thing. You are. Okay, I'll say it again. A human is Greek. The statue is Greek.
Guys, I can't hear him. I can't hear him.
A human is Greek.
Yes.
The statue is Greek, therefore the statue is human. What's wrong with that deductive argument? It's valid, it's sound. What's wrong?
Okay, as far as I know, from what I understood, there's nothing wrong. Yeah.
There's a point.
Give me 5 minutes. So no, what I'm saying is this, yeah?
No, just answer my question.
No, I am, yeah? If I said Dave is a man, and men die,
Yeah.
therefore Dave will die.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that argument.
That's my argument.
No, but listen to what I'm saying. Tell me what's wrong with this. Tell me what's wrong with the argument.
Yeah.
Your human is Greek, the statue is Greek, the statue is human. What's wrong with that argument? Because it's
What do you
obviously
mean?
false.
How could a statue be Greek?
Because I'll say it
How
again.
are you giving the
Because they're
statue
both
nationality?
Greek. No, because the statue in Greece is Greek. That's what I mean.
No. So if I took it to Egypt, would it be Egyptian?
No. I'm talking about the statue in Greece.
No. But if I took that statue to Egypt, would it be
Yeah.
Egyptian?
No, but that's irrelevant. Let me explain. Anything inanimate. If this comes from Greece, and I say this is Greek,
Yeah.
okay, and I say a human is Greek, and I say this is Greek.
Yeah.
I mean the human is water because they're both Greek. What's wrong with that?
You're talking about their origins.
Yeah, no, I'm
Okay, but
talking
that's
from where they're from.
No, but we're all made up from water. Nearly every living thing is made from
No,
water.
it doesn't have to be water. It's anything.
No, but originally life is formed by water, yeah?
It doesn't have. Yeah. I
Okay,
know.
so we are all a
But
part
the
of water.
example isn't about water. It's just I'm asking you. You know what's a deductive argument and what's a valid sound deductive argument? You know what that is?
I understand what you're saying, but I'm trying to say
But I'm giving you an argument. Tell me where it goes wrong.
because you're saying if a human is Greek
Yeah,
and a statue
statue
is
is
Greek, can we not both say that they're both Greek?
No. The conclusion is the human is a statue. Are the premises? Can they be true? That's my question.
No, it doesn't seem
Can
true.
a statue be Greek?
No.
Can a statue can be
No,
Greek?
what do you mean by Greek? You're giving it an
The
area.
origin.
Can you say the statue is from Greece?
No, Greek.
No, what do you mean Greek? You're giving the statue a nationality now.
Okay, the Parathon. You know those statues that are specific to
Yeah.
Greece? That's Greek.
No, it's from Greek. It was made in Greece.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But it's not Greek. It's a nationality. It's like me going to a
That's
statue.
exactly. That's what I'm getting to. That's
Okay,
what I'm
you know
getting
this water you have?
Yeah,
It's Turkish brand, by the way.
No,
yeah?
that's exactly.
Can we say that's Turkish?
to. So what's the difference? Why is it wrong? You were getting to it. Why is it wrong for me to? Because
Okay,
it is
I'm
wrong.
just trying to understand your premise here. Yeah? Okay, let's suppose it's Greek.
Okay, because it's two different definitions of Greek. That's what you were
Oh,
going
okay,
at.
okay.
That's why it's wrong.
there's
That's why the deductive argument is wrong, because the definition here for Greek is about a human, and the other one is about an inanimate object. That's why the deductive argument is
Okay,
wrong.
I'm Turkish.
Yeah, but
I'm Kurdish
yeah.
from Turkey, and that bottle of water is Turkish.
Yeah.
So we're both Turkish.
No. Therefore, this is you. But there's a difference.
No, that's not me.
That's my point.
1 second, Ali. Let me explain.
The deductive argument is false because of this. So when you talk about beginning to exist,
So you're talking about
your,
definition
your
then?
concept of beginning to exist is not the same as the beginning to exist, the universe that happened.
Okay,
because the
okay, tell me what I understood you now. The definition, yeah?
Yeah,
what I'm talking about is a different definition.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
can you explain how?
your definition of beginning to exist is at a time where it did not exist, and then at a time it did exist. But for the universe, it's at no time it did exist,
Okay.
and at the time it did exist. It's a different definition.
I understand.
Sorry.
No, it's okay, don't worry. I understand. So I'm saying my definition of beginning to exist, how is that different to the beginning exist of the universe?
Because the universe, there was no time, right, before it?
Okay.
I'm asking you,
Yeah,
was there
no
time or no
Yeah,
time?
there was no time.
Okay, but our understanding of beginning to exist, there must be time before it and be time after it.
No, if it begins to exist, then time started.
Yeah, but when you begin to exist, was there time before you?
Yes.
Okay. But the universe, no. So it's a different
No,
conception,
I understand.
concept of
But
beginning
the
to
point
exist.
here is this: that it's something that begins to exist has to have a cause. Yeah. So therefore, I understand where you're coming from. Yeah. You're saying before I existed, there was time.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. But that's you're
Not
saying
before, at the time of your existence.
Before I was existed, there was time.
No, not doesn't have to be before. When you started to exist, was there time? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Was there time before I existed?
No, it doesn't matter.
No, it does matter.
Okay,
Look,
yeah,
when
was
I
there time?
existed, time existed.
Yeah, was there
Before
time?
I existed, time existed.
Yeah.
What you're doing is you're getting this definition and saying this is the only definition of.
I'm not saying it's the only definition. I'm saying there's two definitions. You can't conflate the two
Okay,
definitions.
you need
That's
to
what
tell
I'm
me
saying.
why I can't conflate them. Because my argument here is everything that begins to exist has a cause. When I began to exist, I had the cause,
That's
which
a
was.
different argument. We're
which
talking
was,
about 0 equals 1 now.
if you allow
That's a
me.
different. Oh,
If you allow
sorry.
me. When I was born, everything, I'm saying I was born, a thing came into existence. My cause was my mother and father having intimacy. That was the cause. Now, that does not matter if time existed when I was born or time existed before me.
Okay.
What we're saying is, if you want me to really define it, I would say the origins of everything beginning, not me, the origins of the universe beginning to exist. Should there be cause or not? To make it simple, for your definition, yeah? I'm going to say forget me, yeah? If we go with definition of the universe began to exist,
Yeah.
therefore, would it require a cause or not?
The universe. Yeah.
It would, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that's my
There's many theories that there.
Okay, one second now. Okay, now we'll go to the theories.
But this is
But have we agreed that there needs a cause?
no. But we're talking about. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm talking about the deductive argument. Your deductive argument is everything that we know of.
No, that begins to exist.
Yeah, that begins to exist has a cause.
Yes.
The universe began to exist, therefore
Therefore,
the
it
universe.
should have a cause, yes.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is beginning to exist, our concept is different than the one that's applied to the universe.
Okay.
Because the universe, there was no time before it. Us, when we begin to exist, there is time. So it's a different, it's like saying you're Greek, the statue is Greek, so
Okay,
you
okay.
are the
So-
statue.
okay, I understand.
Different concept.
So if something needs to begin to exist, are you telling me that it should always have time there?
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying that.
So-
I'm just
so-
saying it's a different definition.
No, but
That's all I'm saying.
even if it's a different definition,
No.
it does not take the cause factor out, yes?
I'm not talking about the cause now. I'm talking about I'm talking about why the
I know.
deductive argument is false. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. If it's false, you need to break it down for me. Because what you're saying is, the definition that, look, I'm with you.
Okay.
I began to, when I was born, there was time.
Yeah.
Before I was born, there was time. You're saying, Ali, why are you using that with the universe
Yeah.
where before the universe there was no time? Yeah?
It's a different definition.
I'm saying even the definitions are different. My argument here is the cause. So I'm saying me beginning to exist has a cause, and there was time before. The universe having no time before began to exist, it still requires a cause.
But I'm not talking about the cause. I'm talking about the deductive argument.
I
Can we
understand.
talk about that?
No,
Just
but-
don't change the
no, I'm
topic.
not changing the topic. I'm saying the cause. You're
Yeah.
sticking to the time. I'm saying argument's sake, you're right. Let's suppose two different definitions. I'm saying, does it still require a cause or not? That's all I'm asking.
But can we agree that the deductive argument is false? That's all I want. Is
For the argument's sake, right now, I'm
Yeah.
going to say that the definition that's been used is different.
it is different.
No, no,
because
no.
was there time before the universe?
No.
Answer. Okay,
No,
so
no.
it is different.
No, but it's irrelevant. Beginning to exist, look, beginning to exist, there's two beginnings to exist now. One, you begin to exist with time present, and one, it begins to exist with no time
Can I
present.
say
yes?
one thing? You say it's irrelevant. Remember when I spoke about this and that? You made it very relevant that this, where is it originated from and where are you originated? You made it very relevant. Now all of a sudden you don't want to make it relevant.
No, I am. I'm
What
saying,
you're saying it's a flawed question.
I'm saying,
Are you saying it's a flawed question?
Sorry.
What he's saying to you is a flawed question that he's proposing to you.
Yeah.
I'm saying very simply, look, I begin to exist, there was time before me. The universe begins to exist, there was no time before. Does both of them begin to exist?
Can I just say one thing? You're moving on. Let me just go on to this point. You're saying it's irrelevant. Why is this not you if you're both Greek? This is a valid sound argument.
Okay.
Tell me why
Because
this is
it's
not
just a
true.
definition problem.
Okay, the same thing with the beginning to exist. It's a definition problem.
I'm saying
you
to
can't.
I'm saying to I accept. I began to exist, there was time.
I asked you.
Okay.
Do you accept the strong? You said no.
Okay. I'm saying I began to exist, there was time before me. The universe began to exist, there was no time before it.
Different definition.
But did they both exist?
What do you mean?
Did they both come into exist?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a correlation, yeah?
Okay.
There's a factor that we both agree on that they both
Yeah, I
began to
understand.
exist.
Yeah,
Yes?
yeah.
So that's point number one, that there is a similarity. Point number two, do they both require
Similarity, but not equivalence.
no equivalence?
Not equivalence.
Look,
You said
in-
similarity.
in-
not
Look,
equivalency.
in in coming into existence, they are both exactly the same. They both came into existence.
Yeah, but the process is different.
Irrelevant. The byproduct. Yeah?
Yeah.
Byproduct, yeah? So now they both came into existence. I came into existence, the universe came into existence. Do I have a cause?
Yes.
Does the universe have a cause?
There's theories, yes or no,
Okay,
but
good.
we'll discuss that
okay,
later.
good. So now we have two
Similarities,
not similarities.
not equivalencies.
We both came into existence and we both have a cause.
Okay.
Is there anything different about that?
Sorry?
Me and the universe,
Yeah.
we both came into existence.
Yes, your process of beginning, of coming to existence is different.
But I'm not asking you how the cake was baked. I'm saying, was that at the end of it, was there a cake baked?
No, but this is what you're saying. You're saying I began to exist, the universe began to exist. But what I'm saying is those aren't equivalent. The way you began to exist and the way the universe began to exist isn't equivalent. So we can't make that equivalency.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Hello, guys. Hello. Brother. Okay. Guys, please. Hello, sir. Hello. Hi, just please, I'm having a nice discussion here. Come on, let's not swear at each other. Come on. Hello, guys. Brother, look, I'm trying to make something simple. Me and the universe, we both came into existence. Yes or no?
It's not the same. I'm gonna keep saying it. It's a different process.
A turtle was born and I was born. When I'm not the turtle's not me, but we're both born, yeah?
Yeah, but that's the same because
I'm not asking how he was born, brother. I'm just saying, did we both come into existence?
It's not how. You both came into existence, but our concept of that is very different from the concept of the universe. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm not talking about. No. I'm not talking about how a chocolate cake was made.
I'm not saying how it's made. I'm not saying how it's made. I'm not talking about how it's made. This is what you're saying. You began to exist, right?
Yeah.
The universe began to exist. So it's the same thing. Isn't that what you're saying?
Yes.
How is it the same thing?
Because we both came into existence.
Okay.
Look, I opened my eyes and the universe was like, boom.
Yeah.
We both came into existence. I'm not denying. I'm not going to come and say to you, the way I came into existence is the same way. Then you're going to say, Ali, no. Because the way you came into existence is not the same as the universe. I'm with
What's
you.
wrong with this example? This is Turkish, you're Turkish,
No.
What's wrong with it?
No, because
No,
we
I'm
are
asking,
both.
what is wrong?
We are both made in Turkey, but we are both not made the same way.
Okay, so now it's relevant, but when we talk about the universe, it's irrelevant. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm really trying to understand here.
You made the process relevant here.
No.
Why aren't you making it
I'm talking
relevant
about.
there?
I'm talking about the fact is here.
Yeah.
The way the universe was made is different the way I was made. I'm with you.
But I'm talking about this. Why is it relevant how it's made?
But that's what I'm saying. The way the universe came into existence is not the same way I came into existence.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. But I'm just saying, have we both come into existence?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's theories. No, but we'll talk about that
We'll
later.
talk about the theory later.
Yeah.
Right now
Theories, not theory.
we can agree that the universe and myself came into existence.
Okay, so the deductive argument is true. Just answer the question.
Okay.
The deductive argument is still true.
Yes.
Everything
that begins to exist
has
has a cause. Yes.
The universe began to exist.
Exist, therefore it requires a cause. So therefore,
go on, yeah.
look, I came into existence. I require a cause. The key words are here is this: existence and cause. That's my premise. I'm not talking about how did it come into it, how was it made. The universe came into existence should require a cause. There's key words again: existence and cause. Existence and cause.
You're saying the process is irrelevant. The definition of beginning to exist.
All I'm saying is, what's relevant to me and my premise is that when anything that begins to exist should have a cause.
Okay, but beginning to exist are two different ways, definitions. Do you agree with that or no?
There's begin to exist is begin to exist. I don't know any other definition. Can you give me another definition of begin to exist?
What do you mean?
You're telling me it's different. Can you? All I know is from begin to exist is something was not in existence and it came into existence.
Yeah,
Do you know
but
any
there's
other
time.
definition?
In our concept, there's
Okay,
time.
can you give me
in the
another-
concept of the universe, there's no time. That's the only concept.
Irrelevant. If it came into existence, that's what matters. Because I'm not. Look, if something comes into existence and another thing comes into existence, all I know is both of them came into existence. That's all I know.
Different type, like this. Listen, like you are a different type than this, so we can't equate you two. You're human. This is water. It doesn't matter that they're both Turkish, because you're two different types. Listen to what I'm saying.
I know.
So why aren't you bringing that into the universe? Why?
I am.
You're not. You're saying it's irrelevant.
Did this come into existence?
No, I'm not talking about coming. I'm talking about the deductive argument. I'm not talking about this came to
I'm
existence.
talking about the existence. Did this water bottle come into existence?
Yeah.
Did I come into existence?
Yeah.
Does this have a cause?
Yeah.
Do I have a cause?
Yeah, but they're the same.
That's
Let
all
me-
I'm saying.
Because you both are in time.
We're
So it's the
different.
same. The universe wasn't in time when it began to exist. There was no time
Thank you,
before.
thank you. Look, you said it with your own mouth. There was
There
no
was no
time,
time, yeah.
when it came into existence.
No, before.
No, you said.
At the time.
Sorry,
of
sorry,
existence.
carry on.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Look,
It's a bit.
What it is because
What's the relevance of it?
Chris.
No, he's coming. I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to
No, I want to talk to him. No,
I'm
please,
gonna-
please,
yeah, in a
please.
minute, Ali.
I can come out.
No, it's okay. Look, I just want you to understand this, yeah? You agreed, you said when the universe came into existence. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, can we agree that me and the universe have a cause?
Sorry?
Can we agree that me and the universe have a cause?
Yeah, but it's not the same concept. That's what I'm
We'll
trying to
come
give
to,
you.
we'll come to the concept. Can we agree that he has a cause?
Yeah.
Okay, now we have agreed that there is a cause.
Yeah.
What I believe that there's a high intelligence. What do you believe? I believe.
Don't move on. I'm going to ask you the question again. Why aren't you this if you're both Turkish? Answer the question.
Because that's a bottle
Okay.
that has no feelings, anything, and I do, and I can operate.
They're
I can
both
think.
Turkish. They both, like you're saying, the two things began to exist.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
That has a different existence. I have a
No, I'm
different
not talking about the existence. You're not understanding what I'm trying to say. This is Turkish.
Yeah.
Just like you're saying, this began to exist. You're Turkish. Just like you're saying, the universe began to exist. Why can't you say this is equal to this?
Because we're two,
Because it's
different, we're two different things. We are made from.
Because it's a different concept. This is not an animate object. You're an animate object.
yeah.
The same things with the universe. It's a different concept of beginning to exist. So you can't equate it.
No. What
It
you're
is a
doing here is this. For example, that's an inanimate object.
Yeah.
I'm an animate.
It doesn't have to be animate or inanimate. You can. We're talking animal.
One second.
You can be an animal as well.
No.
Yeah.
Animals.
Doesn't have to be
Animal-
inanimate.
No. What I'm trying to say is this, yeah. The way the universe, how it was created, yeah, and how I am are two total things. I can speak, the universe can't.
So don't equate the two examples. I'm just giving you
I'm giving-
a metaphor, like analogy.
No, I know, but
don't
you
equate
gave-
this with
No,
this.
no,
It's
but
an analogy.
I'm going with your analogy. You're
Yeah.
saying, Ali, you both are Turkish,
Yeah.
but that is different. So why are you not using that when you're comparing the universe?
Yeah.
Yeah? That's what you're saying.
You're saying
The
it's
uni-
irrelevant when we talk about the
Is
universe.
the universe, yeah? Okay. Does it have a soul? Sorry? Does the universe, can it speak? I can speak. Does the universe, is there anything with me and the universe that has a correlation?
You're talking about the difference. I gave you one difference. Why aren't you making that difference relevant?
What's the difference?
That the beginning of the universe, when it began to exist, there was no time. When we talk about beginning to exist, there is time. So it's a different concept.
No, but even if it's a different concept, it still has a beginning and it still has a cause. I still have a beginning. Look.
You're making
time,
it irrelevant.
your premise is that time. Because that didn't have time and you have time, you guys are totally opposite. No.
I'm not saying it's opposite.
No.
I'm saying it's different.
No.
You said opposite.
Just
I'm not
because,
saying
no.
opposite.
Just because, one second.
I'm saying different.
Okay, me and a turtle, are we different?
No. What do you mean? No.
Me and a
Sorry.
turtle, are we the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
or different?
different.
We're different.
Yeah.
Was the turtle born?
Yeah.
Was I born?
Yeah.
Does the turtle have a cause?
Yeah.
Do I have a cause?
Yeah. You're both in time. Stop equating you with a turtle. I'm gonna keep repeating it. The universe didn't have time.
Either there's two things happening.
Yeah.
Either we are not understanding each other, or on purpose, the topic's been diverted.
Purpose? No, I'm
No,
not doing
asking
it. I'm not
something.
doing anything on
Okay.
purpose.
We came to an understanding that I exist, the universe exists.
Yeah.
The universe has a cause, I have a cause.
This is what I'm saying.
I'm saying, can you bring me evidence?
this?
No, I just, no, you know what?
Just one last time. With this, you're making irrelevant the difference. With the universe, you're making irrelevant. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, what I'm saying
That's
is
all
this,
I'm
yeah?
saying.
Since you agree that the universe exists and has a cause, what is that cause? Let's talk about what we agree on. What is the cause
wanna
of the
change the
universe?
topic now?
No,
You don't
we're
wanna
on the
talk with
topic.
your
We're on the
friend?
topic. We're on the topic. Since we agree
Yeah.
that the universe has existed, you said it with your own mouth, and you agree that it has a cause, what is the cause?
Said there's many theories.
Give me one of them. Give me one of them.
There was a gaseous crystal that was very dense and then exploded and
So what, is this before
became a
time?
universe. No, yeah, there was no time. Space and time was created when the universe was created. There
Okay,
was
good.
No time before.
So, okay, this is where the universe was created.
Yeah.
What was before that?
I just told you. One of the theories is.
What does the theory mean?
What do you mean?
What is a theory? No.
What do you mean, what's
When
a
you say
theory?
a theory,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
It's a plausible idea that could
plausible
happen,
idea, yeah. I'm saying I don't want to go with could be, maybe, there is a chance. I'm saying, who told you that? You said that before the universe was created, there was a gas.
Yeah, gaseous state.
Okay, so
It's a theory.
okay, so no. But what I'm trying to say to you is, what is the best possible explanation to to explain the universe coming into existence.
Yeah.
This gas thing you're talking about, can you tell me a bit about it? How did it work?
I'm just asking, theories are irrelevant. They're not important
Can I
anymore.
say one of these theories? Really,
Just one second, sorry.
Professor Heterogen Bowl, really.
Yeah, I'm just trying to
And then
understand.
carbon.
I'm just trying to understand, yeah? I'm saying to you, can it be there was a high intelligence?
We're not talking about high intelligence right now. We're talking about
We're
how
looking
it-
about
yeah.
the cause.
Yeah.
Can the cause... Give me a second. Just one second. Can there be the cause being higher intelligence?
Maybe.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, we agree that there was a beginning, so let's go with this. Either this universe came from nothing, either this universe created itself, either this universe was infinite, or this universe,
What's your definition of nothing? Zero equals
the
one?
the absence of something.
Okay, can it ever be the case 0 equals 1? Just answer the question. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to come to it, yeah? So either we have these options, either it came from nothing,
Yeah.
either it created itself,
Yeah.
either it was always there,
Yeah.
or there's higher intelligence behind
Okay.
it. Okay,
Let's talk about the first one.
let's talk about the first one. Can something come from nothing?
So 0 can equal to 1, right?
No, I'm saying it can't.
Can, yeah.
No, it can't.
Let me
I'm saying it can't.
Okay, if you define 1 and 0 in different ways, it can. If you define 0 to be a full box and 1 to be an empty box, then 0 equals 1. If you define this as a chicken and define that as a human, one human equals 0 chickens. So 0 can be equal to 1 if you define it differently.
Okay, so I'm going to go with the basic definition that universally everybody understands, yeah? No, one
You have to
second.
give them definitions.
I'm giving
You
the
have to give
definition.
each one definition.
Nothing is the absence of something.
Yeah.
No, you got better.
Okay. No. But are we talking about the same thing here and here? When 0 equals 1.
My nothing
Yeah.
is the absence of something.
Okay.
Nothing
I'm
there.
not talking about definition of the term. I'm talking about the definition of the math.
I'm telling you, forget math. In math there's infinite, but in the real world there isn't. Yeah? In the real world do we have infinite?
We're not talking about it.
I know. I'm saying my nothing is the absence of something. If there is nothing, can you get something from nothing? Yes or no? Or you can elaborate.
Sorry. Can you repeat the question?
My premise is this: from nothing cannot come something. So, can you prove to me how from nothing something
I'll
comes?
answer your question if you answer my question. Can 0 be equal to 1?
No,
You define it differently.
No. So now you're
I'm not
going to
playing- I'm not
philosophy.
playing- no,
You're
no.
going to philosophy.
I'm not playing
If
with
we-
philosophy.
One second. I'm saying, I'm not going with you. I'm not going
I'm
with.
saying all the math we do, we have to define it.
Okay,
That's all I'm saying.
understand. I'm not going to mathematics. I'm saying, what is zero to you? To universally, to all of us, what is it?
It's nothing of something. Of something.
No. I'm saying to you,
Yeah.
universally, when I go to somebody and say, I have zero money, does he think I have £1
It
in my
says
pocket?
0 money, so nothing of something. That's what I'm trying to say. Not nothing of something.
Okay, I have nothing of that something that he's asking.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm
So
saying,
you have to define it.
so I'm saying, can something come from nothing?
Define what you mean.
Nothing,
something you're talking
nothing
about?
is the absence of something. There is nothing.
Yeah.
Can something come into existence?
Something else. It can. I'll give you one theory.
Give me an example.
Okay. Do you know what the positron is?
No.
Or antiproton? Okay, for every particle, there's the antiparticle. They cancel each other out. So if everything cancels each other's out, then there can be. I'm telling you one of the theories.
No, you said there's two particles that cancel each other out.
Yeah.
There are two particles that are in existence. I'm talking about nothing making
If
something.
they cancel each other out,
What's the
they're in
anti of nothing?
There's
What's the
two,
anti of
there's
nothing?
two something.
What's the opposite of nothing?
No, one
No, I'm
second.
saying 0. If you do 1 plus 1 equals 1.
I'm here. Yeah?
Yeah.
1 second, yeah? There's two particles cancel each other out.
Yeah.
I'm saying there was no particles. There was nothing there. Can it bring something?
Sorry? No,
The particles you was talking about,
Yeah.
I'm saying you're talking about two particles canceling each other out.
Yeah.
I'm saying there was nothing there.
when they cancel each other out, it's still nothing. Let me just repeat
No,
what I said. When they cancel each other out, it's still nothing.
Brother, I'm saying those particles that cancel each other out, I'm saying they were not even there. There was nothing.
I'm
So
saying-
can it come? Please answer me. Can something come from nothing? It's a very simple question. I swear to God.
Showed you one way.
No, you did not. You showed me two particles that are in existence canceling each other out. I'm saying nothing was there. No particles. Why did you bring particles? I'm saying nothing.
I'm
You're
giving
bringing
you a
something
theory.
into
I'm
it.
not saying this is. I'm
Look,
just
once
giving
again,
you
you
a theory.
go into possibilities. Maybe theories. I'm just saying.
Is the Big Bang a theory or not?
Yes, another theory.
Okay, then
Yeah. So I'm
you
saying,
like that theory, but my theory is not like that.
not like. I'm just saying logically and rationally.
it a lot.
Not really. I don't really. Sometimes I do. But what I'm trying to say is rationally, I'm asking you, can something come from nothing? Please, just answer me that. That's all I want. No. Okay. So we say bye-bye to that.
No, I'm not. I just explained to you.
Can something come from nothing? Please, that's what I'm not.
1 minus 1 is what?
0.
Okay, so it's 0 and 0.
But you're saying 1 minus 1. I'm saying there's 0 at the beginning.
1 minus 1 is what?
Brother,
0.
zero.
So it's still 0 at the beginning because they cancel each other out. What don't you understand?
There was one.
You're
what he's
talking.
saying.
I'm saying.
If it cancels each other
Can I
out,
say the
it doesn't
difference
have
between me and you? I'm saying, can 0 equal 1? You're saying, Ali, 1 second. There is 1, take away 1. I'm saying, why are you bringing 1? I'm saying there is nothing.
There was nothing. There was no one.
0.
Brother,
I'm saying
brother.
right now we're not in 1. We're in 0. That's what I'm saying. You
Brother,
understand what I'm
brother,
saying?
brother, I'm
We're
telling-
not in 1. We're in 0 because everything
I'm just asking a simple question.
cancels each other's out.
Look, I'm going to make this very simple.
Yeah.
Can nothingness, absolute nothingness, make something?
Understand what I just said?
I'm going to ask one more time.
0 equals 1.
I'm going to ask
Right
one
or
more
right?
time.
Apply your theory to that. Apply your
I
theory to
want
that.
to- No, no,
Say it
no.
again.
Please, just answer this question. Can nothing make something? That's all I want to know.
Nothing makes something.
Apply your theory to that now.
Our concept of nothing,
Yes.
our concept of nothing doesn't necessarily mean we know that
I did not
concept.
ask you that. All I ask is, can nothing make
Our
something?
concept, no. But we don't know the universe. We don't know if it's the same concept. Listen to what I'm saying. Our concept, no. But we don't know the concept.
Okay. What you're doing is, that's the gap of the science of the gaps, yeah?
Sometimes for the gap.
Yeah, it's basically what it is. Outside our universe, we don't know.
I'm not saying outside. I'm saying the universe.
I'm saying from what we know,
Yeah.
can we deduct to an understanding that from nothing comes from.
Because you know everything.
We know something.
We talk about, no, listen.
We know something. We have to deduce from what we know. From what we know.
When we talk about God, we say we don't know.
No.
When we talk about the universe, we say we do know.
No, brother,
That's
brother,
a double standard I don't like.
brother, it's not that
We have to do it from our standards.
Does God have a cause? You say you don't know.
No, one second. I'm here. I'm saying something very simple, yeah?
Something comes from nothing.
Nothing. We agreed that from our understanding and our realm, cause and effect, so from nothing cannot come
I'm gonna watch it when I get home.
Yes?
Alright, bro?
Yeah.
So we say bye-bye to
Our
nothing.
concept.
From our concept and our what we know, from nothing.
Why don't you
nothing
apply that to God?
we haven't
Because
come to
you
it.
know, I'm just saying. The
When
concept,
we're gonna
that
come to
concept you don't apply to God. You say we don't
How
know.
do you know we haven't even come to him yet?
You apply that God had a cause. You say that's
no.
that's stupid to say.
But have we come to it yet?
What did God create the universe from?
So one second.
Nothing, though, innit?
Huh?
You say God creates the universe from nothing, innit?
What do you mean nothing?
You say Allah, God creates
No,
the
look,
universe
I'm
from
coming.
nothing.
I'm coming to
From outside
No.
of anything we know. No, from outside of anything we know.
I'm saying
From
if it
outside
came.
of anything we know.
So what do you know?
I'm saying no. One second. We'll change the topic here. If God exists, God creates the universe. Yeah. I'm saying something very simple. Yeah. Therefore, we cannot say it came from nothing. Yeah. We finished it. We finished it very beautifully. Yeah. Can the universe create itself?
I'm not dropping that yet, bro.
Can the universe create itself?
I've got you covered for now. Come on.
That's what I'm saying. I'm building.
This is my for the one that you
Chris.
just used.
No. All I'm saying is this. Yeah. Can the universe create
For the
itself?
one that you just used, you're using your knowledge. It's not complete. Look, can you be a lamb? Can you be a lamb? Answer the question.
Some if you say yeah.
Can you be a lamb?
Some if you say yeah.
A particle can be a particle and a wave. That's more impossible than you being a lamb. So don't say you can't be a lamb. You understand what I just said?
I know you can't get the camera, man. Wait, don't go now. They're gonna move, yeah? Wait. They're gonna move. So wait. Are you not moving?
No, I wonder, but is there like
Hold
we
on.
go under this tree or something?
Bro, nothing comes from nothing. It's rain. Hold on. When I said cold will come from that. Trust me.
Come from minus 40 degrees, my friend. I don't care.
Are you Jamaican?
Oh, no, I come from minus 40. Canadian. Canadian.
You didn't drop in a bad place, don't worry.
No, Canadian.
I'm
American. That's from last time.
Let me.
Yeah, you want to finish with them?
Chris, let's go there. Yo, guys, we're going under there.
Guys, I'm gonna be touched up. Bro, come on. Leave that on the floor. Yeah, bring that. Bring that. You leaving that there? I'm gonna come back here. I'll make you pick it up. Nah, bro, this on the floor.
Man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to I.
Wait, stop.
No, I'm not going to let you carry on. Because don't go off subjects.
Let me finish.
You know what Muslims say, you agree, we don't agree.
Listen.
Leave this side. It's
like the other day.
Leave this side.
The other day on Black Dunia.
Just deal with the point. The point that you mock Allah, say sorry before I start talking to you.
Let me talk to you.
And just you want to clarify?
Let me talk to you.
No, listen, Kalam, I'm not here to
Let me talk to you because
I will let you
I give you a whole 5 minutes here. Monologuing and never interrupt you.
I said that clearly, that I'm not here to speak to you until you apologize what you did about trying to mock Allah and His Prophet.
I'm trying to clarify.